What?
Uh-oh.
I don't have an answer.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Can we all just get along?
Yay.
Tell him, Chief. I miss
Chief's
Butler.
in the house.
Chief and Chief. What's up, Matt, man?
Sir, how you doing?
Very well, sir. Thank you. Mr.
you
Wilson,
doing, Mike?
sir.
Okay?
Mr. Wilson.
You doing okay?
Hanging in there.
Isano. I was trying to. Very well, sir. Very well. I know you were watching that DNC, man, up there in Philadelphia, brother, while you're talking. Yeah. If you want to call it that, Anthony.
The IT guy, I need to talk to you.
I'm telling you, man.
He'll hear you.
Do we have somebody here from IT?
Uh-oh.
He's coming. Here he comes. You used to it. I do it all the time. You see anybody from IT here?
Can I get you?
Tyler coming in? I mean, yeah, that's what I mean by coming in. I'm sorry. Good, man. Good, man. I see you at the port and everywhere, brother. Shut the yucky. Okay, yeah. You're a good man.
I gotta make sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna put them on.
Hey, you go upstairs. Check the contract. This from my eye. All right, North Carolina and Second Baptist died on.
Alright, I'll look. I don't know if I have the
Anthony, how you doing?
If you do,
Thanks for coming, man.
How are you?
Good, doing good. Very good. Brenda made it, flew in. She's
I
here.
flew in just for the meeting.
Okay. I could update install later.
Well, you look like a spooky stripper. Are you a spooky stripper?
Yeah.
I go get my new ones. I give up a new one Thursday.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna get. I wear contacts too, but I get glasses.
I'm scared. Mine is just strictly reading. But
I get my contacts. I have to wear these because without these I can't read. 'Cause I'm farsighted.
yes.
So with my contacts on,
Okay.
my sister wears two different ones, and she can read and see conditions. I tried that. I almost killed myself.
Don't kill yourself, Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe Le Pew.
Hey, you know what you do? There's a button on the side. You don't have to go to it.
Okay, man.
Distraction.
Man. Are we waiting for Tyler?
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone, man.
Tyler's on the phone?
He's on.
Tyler's on the phone.
Brenda, take a shot. So we want to get moving.
Yeah, because
Pepe the Post.
shaking and baking. And I help.
Gosh, it's quiet.
Oh, boy.
You ready?
We're ready, Mr. Mayor.
You ready? Everybody ready?
Ready over there? Ready on the right? Ready on the left? Ready on the phone.
Code Enforcement Board, okay.
Chief made it.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So what did Larry have to say?
Who?
Look at the email.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming this evening. If you're a Cocoa resident, raise your hand. That's good. I knew Don was. That's good. Very good. Thank you for coming this evening, everybody. For the kids out there, Mr. Blake will,
Uh-oh.
Yep, here we go. All the things that are going on, in the country, and you see all the politics and national politics. Let me just remind the kids here that all good politics comes up from the grassroots up. So this is the most important. And you want to change something in Washington or the state, you start here. And I want the kids that are coming up, going to take our places in a few years, to know that and come in and make a difference. Thank you for coming, everybody. Okay, we're going to do the invocation. Chief Prince, will you lead us?
Everybody stand, please.
Please stand.
Let us pray.
Yo, brother.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night. We thank you for the opportunity to be here. We ask that you be with our leaders tonight as they go about taking care of the state of our city. We thank you for everyone that came to help with that tonight. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 That's the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
A lot of money in it.
Here we go. Here.
Mayor Parrish,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Bovair,
Here.
Councilman Blade,
Present, ma'am.
Councilman Burbish. Thank you. Councilwoman Warner,
Here.
City Attorney Garganese,
Present.
City Manager Takanich,
Here.
and Assistant City Manager Fuhr.
Here.
Thank you.
And so is he.
So is somebody else.
Nice set of vocal cords.
All right, so we're going to go to the agenda in a minute.
I'm making a motion that we don't have, oh, did you have an?
Yeah, he's.
Under presentations,
Yeah, presentation.
Mayor and Council, I would like to add item number 3, a update from our very own Cocoa High School Principal, Dr. Stephanie Sullivan.
Right.
Who's that one to join?
Presentations.
Number 3.
Number 3.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda of the regular meeting of July 26th as presented with the amendments.
Second.
Anybody done?
All in favor? Aye. Any
Approved.
opposed?
Approve the minutes of the regular meeting of June 28th as written.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, good presentations. Tammy, come on up.
Some of you.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us present this tonight. We want to do a quick presentation to summarize our summer youth program that the city held from June 6th through July 22nd. It was a great program. We opened it up to 22 students, of which the program ended with 20 students completing the program. The partnership was with Career Source Brevard, and they helped us hold a foundations training for a first week where the students learned things like resume writing, interview skills, all types of things to help get them ready for their job. And then they had 125 hours of paid work experience. So their positions were in positions as departments, public works, utilities, IT, all over, inside, outside. Some were maintenance workers, in the grounds division, in community services, human resources, in the city clerk's office, and multiple
City
others.
Manager's office.
In the background, we're playing some photos of the students in work. So, anyways, so I personally, I was able to, in my own department, have 2 interns in human resources in the city clerk's office, and it was a really rewarding experience for us in my department. And we really appreciate having the opportunity to give them this opportunity to work with the city of Cocoa that they live in, and so they were able to see the public side of things serving our community. So anyway, and I was really impressed with my intern in human resources, Shania Harris, who just impressed me from the beginning. She is a junior in high school at Cocoa High, and she's also dual enrolled at Eastern Florida College, and still has time to be a member of the basketball team. So she was just really well organized and worked really hard in human resources. some of the items that we had her do was attend a collective bargaining session and union negotiations. She sat in meetings to help learn our benefit renewal for upcoming year. And any situation she was in, she paid attention, took notes, and asked questions. And it was a joy to have her in my department. So anyway, she was like a sponge. So specific feedback from my team about Shania was, I believe that Shania has the ability and drive to succeed at anything that she attempts in life. Shania was able to grasp a subject and run with it. You just give her a task to work on, and she would just get it done. She executes any task given to her in a timely and efficient manner. So those were just some quotes from my department. So. And just briefly, I want to take this opportunity to recognize two of our HR coordinators in Human Resources and their audience. If you just want to stand up, Angela Roy, who just started with Human Resources in City of Cocoa. She just moved here from Kentucky. So,
Bluegrass.
and then next to her is Patsy Porter, or back here, who helped a lot with the program as well and helped bring it together. So, all under the direction of Gina Maxwell, our HR manager. So, thank you.
Thank you.
So now, Chris Collier, our Waterfield Operations Manager, is going to say a couple words about his experience with this program. And he had, it doesn't matter, he had, I think, five. So he had a lot of the students.
Okay. Chris, how you doing?
Thank you for having me tonight. I was kind of worried about the tennis shoe thing, but I saw that you had tennis shoes.
Yes,
on.
sir.
So I'm good to go. So first, I would like to thank the City of Cocoa, CareerSource, Brevard, and Spherion for the opportunity to host the Summer Youth Program. In addition, I would like to thank the students and Waterfield Operations team members for the successful program that we experienced this summer. The positive attitude, work ethic, and teamwork displayed by all was a true testament to Team Cocoa. This summer, we had Javante Hayes, we had Armeja Solis, Joey LePage, Chris Knowles, and Alondra Jenkins. For 5 short weeks, the students worked alongside our team members, logging a total of 512 hours. The students helped repair damaged or broken backhoe parts. They cleaned the maintenance shop, helped set up light towers for the 4th of July in the park, replaced a 24-foot hydraulic line on the VATCON machine, which Alondra really loved. Learned metalworking skills by constructing a statue out of an old pipe wrench. Helped construct a repair part that was used to repair a 36-inch water main under the Indian River. Installed new water meters. Helped clean and maintain crew trucks. Helped install 1.5 and 2-inch reduced pressure backflow assemblies. Located water service lines. Operated a directional boring machine. Helped complete customer work orders. Assisted water crews with equipment. Helped change out large water meters. Cleaned up job sites when the work was completed. Filed paperwork, assisted with database entry, and toured the Dial water treatment plant. You accomplished and learned a lot. I want to thank you for your time, talents, and your desire to work outside of your comfort zone. During your short 5 weeks alongside the Waterfield operations team, you gave of yourselves, and we are better for it. One of my crew leaders said it best. You came to our crew with no experience, but you were not afraid to jump right in on the first day and put the shovel in the ground and get dirty. Your work ethic is remarkable. You kept up the hard work. As long as you continue the hard work and stay motivated, you'll go places in life, no matter what the job. We really enjoyed having you with our team for the 5 short weeks that you were there with us. I think I speak for the whole team by saying we are proud of the work that you accomplished while being with us and would gladly have you back. Finally, remember this: mission, men and women, and me, in that order, and never out of that order. Accomplish your mission, personally and professionally. First, take care of your fellow men and women serving beside you. Second, and only when you have taken care of those first 2 do you concentrate on yourself. You'll be successful no matter where you go if you can grasp this concept and put it into action. Students, take care and remember that you are a part of Team Cocoa. Good luck, and feel free to drop by and give us updates so we can celebrate your successes with you. Thank you.
Very nice.
So next, Jana Bauer is going to come up and say a few words. And as she walks up here, I just want to give a huge thank you to CareerSource. They were instrumental in making this program successful. Jana, thank you. As a manager, it's never fun to deal with employee relations issues, or if you have an employee that, might be late for work, or so she helped instill those core values into these students to give them, just like a baseline of what's expected in the workplace, working with others, and she communicated through text messages, phone calls. I think she's called some of them at home, and followed up with them on a regular basis. So I really appreciate her work. Thank you.
Mayor and council, thank you for allowing me to be here tonight, and it's nice to see you all again. When we stood up here about, 5 or 6 weeks ago, we went ahead and we told you all the things we were going to do, and I can honestly tell you I'm standing here today, and I'm going to try to choke back some tears, but these individuals in this room, I am so honored to be here to represent them and have them represent the city of Cocoa. As Tammy had said, unfortunately, there were a couple of minor employer relations we had to work through, but we worked through them. And at the end of the day, I think that in the very short 5 weeks we've worked with these individuals, they have grown tremendously, and I think that everybody should be very proud that they represent the city of Cocoa. We look forward to future opportunities like this, and I'm very happy that I can stand up here and I can have them kind of share their stories a little bit with you. But again, thank you for this partnership. It's been wonderful.
Right.
And I cannot thank the city of Cocoa enough, because all of your managers took this opportunity and they really changed these kids' lives, because they didn't treat it like an internship. These students weren't treated like kids, like students. They were treated like employees. They were treated like adults. And I heard that from the kids, and I heard that from the managers. And so thank you for that. That means a lot to us.
Very good.
So without further ado, I'd like to have a couple of the students come up and share their own words with you. So Capone Dunn, if you'd like to come up first, please. Just tell them who you are, where you worked, and a little bit about your experience.
I'm Capone Dunn. I worked with the information technology desk, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought coming in that everybody was just going to be very strict, but everybody had personality, and I really enjoyed it.
Was it like school?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Get paid.
That's true. That's good. That's pretty funny.
My boss did ask me if I wanted to continue this, and that he would try to set something up, and I really would like to.
Good.
Good.
Good. Awesome.
Very good.
Well, thank you.
And just to add on to Capone's story, I asked him to participate in coming up and speaking because of that. We had a lot of students. We actually held a meeting right before this, and many of them said that they're interested in continuing what they did, which is great.
That's great.
And a lot of your managers had shared with them that they'd like to have them come back in the future. So again, wonderful news. So,
So I got a question for you.
yes.
So when was the start time?
Normal work day.
Yeah, no, what was the start, 8 o'clock? 8 a.m.? Or some people, does that mean you get up at 8 o'clock, or you be here?
Well, you be here at 7:45 is what that means.
Some of them worked, in utilities, 7 a.m., and they all vary depending on the department.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
But yes, they are taught that 15 minutes early. So, okay.
Right.
Thank you, Capone. Miss Shania Harris.
Sharp, real sharp. You're gonna do fine.
I'm Shania.
How are you doing?
Hi, I'm sorry. Hello.
Yep, good.
I'm sorry. I'm nervous to be standing in front of you guys right now.
No, take your time, it's all right.
But I'm Shania Harris. I actually worked in HR department, and my experience was actually wonderful. Getting to work here was a great experience. Everyone, all of you guys are amazing. You guys really are. It takes a lot to make the city work, and you guys are doing a wonderful job. Thank
you.
Good.
Good answer. Thank you.
And working with everyone was just amazing, because I got to experience many different parts of the city that I didn't know about or know that it takes to actually run this city. But it was great to be a part of that, and I thank you guys for giving me this opportunity.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shania. And finally, Miss Lindsay Nankiville.
Lindsay!
Lindsay.
That's mine. She worked with you, right? Yeah, that's my daughter.
Hello, I am well, and I'd like to say, like all of the other kids, I'm sure would say thank you for the opportunity for this internship, and I'm sure that it's taught everyone lots of values to be used in the future. And I thought it was very interesting, like how many ethnicities, how many religions, how many different kind of backgrounds it is to run the city, how many different pieces of the puzzle it takes to complete it. And I get to work with a whole different range. I get to see each department of the city. I got to travel to everywhere to take pictures and to write articles upon this. So I enjoyed it very much, and I'm very thankful for this experience before I go into the Navy in August.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. City Manager, you want to say
What's that?
something?
Yeah, I just wanted to, after they
Okay.
finish.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Bless you.
That completes
Do it over
everything.
there,
Okay.
my man.
I just, Mr. Mayor and Council, I just, I had the opportunity to meet with all the wonderful employees of the city prior to, and provided them some comments, and I certainly hope all of them take to heart that I think beyond it providing a meaningful outlet over the summer, and it wasn't just an opportunity to make some money, it expanded their options as they look out and they consider what they might do in the future, and how public service is a meaningful and viable option for them to effectuate and make change in their community and make a difference. So we certainly look forward to this, and I would add, this program, the genesis of it came out of a community meeting. I know the Chief of Police and the Mayor will recall with Pastor Beckford that we had at the Armory at a public comments. And we went back and we worked with Tammy, and we kind of resurrected what was the Summer Youth Employment Program, but actually I think it's stronger now, and it was more meaningful. And we're just grateful for the opportunity to extend this to our students in our community. And I think it's a wonderful program. I've heard really good comments from a lot of people. All the students I interacted with, they were very positive. And they were very productive. And I just think it's an amazing reflection upon, most of them came from Cocoa High. So thank you, Dr. Sullivan, and the leadership team at Cocoa High. And I would also like to besides thanking our Administrative Services Department and Human Resources, all the departments that participated and took it to heart to provide an experience for the students. Thank CareerSource Brevard for the partnership. We really appreciate it. And thank Councilman Blake for showing up in the orientation to provide an inspirational and a message.
Awesome. Good. Team Coco.
Yep.
Okay, so we've prepared certificates for all of our students, and so we're going to read their names, and then we're going to then get a group picture of everybody together.
Okay.
So students, when I call your name, if you could please come up, and as soon as you get your certificate, if you can just kind of stand right here in front of council for our group photo. So Miss Alexis Adkins.
Hey, 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 hey. That's Carrie's.
That's Carrie.
Yeah.
You're just going to read them all off.
Miss Jada Brown.
Yay, Jada.
Capone Dunn. Tyrone Evans. Deshiria Harris. Shania Harris. Javante Hayes. Amanda Hernandez. Alondra Jenkins. Christopher Knowles. Lindsay Nankiville. Rotasia Singletary. Jakiria Smith. Aaliyah Washington. And Miss Jakara Wilson.
Mr. Mayor, you want to?
I present to you guys the graduates of the 2016 Cocoa Works Summer Youth Employment Program.
Okay, where are the parents, Mr. Mayor? Where are the parents or family members? Oh, yeah, where the parents stand? Where the parents? Where the parents stand? Yeah, come on, let me see you. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lois.
Awesome. Now, let him go. Great.
Thank you.
Watch out, Pepe.
Pepe.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Red.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Thank you all. Job well done.
She still knows all the city codes.
Paid
We're
off.
talking about, she goes, what's in your code so-and-so? She's like, she tells me what chapter it's in.
Yeah, great, man. Awesome.
20 years and she
Awesome.
still remembers the code.
Trust me, man. First day of school, I'm gonna see what they're looking like. Where's your money? Your allocation of funding. Yeah.
What'd you spend it on?
That's it.
That's funny.
All the, she still, all that she didn't leave us.
Councilwoman. All right. All the way from district
At
number
least you
2.
stayed with us. You didn't abandon us.
Share the presentation, Pepe.
Okay, Tammy,
Yes.
we'll go to number 2. You
Excuse me.
say a couple of words there.
Yeah. We'll tell Miss Sullivan when she can be excused.
Now we're going to present number 2 under awards and presentations, a recognition of Councilwoman Warner for her completion of the Advanced Institute for Elected Municipal Officials.
Okay, you ready? We're getting a picture. Here we go. Come on down, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Do I need to put on my jacket?
So it's in the memo. That's funny.
Okay, no, the whole gut in, but so long. Got it? Thank you. Congratulations.
How's my son Lynn Tippin? She's just behind.
I was going to have Don present it to you.
Last time we didn't get something so fancy.
Last time I went, they gave me a piece of paper like that and just
Brenda,
rolled it up and said, here.
Brenda, that's a lot of years dedication.
It is a lot of years.
Well, when I get your age, maybe I'll get it.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go to number 3. Dr. Sullivan? How are you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see everybody here tonight. I have some very exciting news to share with the city, and I'm going to take you through a little history. I have spent much of this summer getting familiar with microfiche again. It was like back to 7th grade all over again, but I've been working with the archivist at the Cocoa Library and have been spending much time going through the Cocoa Tribune, dating all the way back to its opening. And so let me tell you a little history. Prior to 1917, students in the city of Cocoa were educated on Willard Street, was a 2-story building that was used for all grade levels, and a handful of graduates each year. But in 1917, the city of Cocoa opened Cocoa High School, the very first iteration of the building, and it was located on Forest, right down the street, and it was a 2-story building that was considered state-of-the-art at the time. There was press all over the state of Florida about this beautiful new building, and this small city of Cocoa that had put a great deal of resources into developing what was considered one of the great high schools of its time. And in fact, in 1918, Cocoa High School was named an accredited senior high school in the state of Florida, one of only 4 schools. So it was very exciting. Interesting, going through the archives, was most of the first graduates were all women, and that is, of course, because of World War I. In reading the papers and the opening of the school opened right around the time of the beginning of World War I, and then, of course, you see the impact on the school system. Well, at the end of World War I, everybody's returning back to their homes, and things are returning a little bit to normal, and the school system was actually busting at the seams. They actually thought it was a huge issue going from 6 to 8 teachers in the entire school, and already in 1924 opened its second campus. And this, again, was pretty unheard of at the time. The second campus was on the same property on Forest. And so the original property became Cocoa Grammar School, and the second property was Cocoa High School. So this is in 1924 at this point. And early in the 1918s and 19s, you already see Cocoa Tigers referenced, and you see in the articles some sports coverage and students receiving the emblematic orange C, which was really exciting for me to see as a principal. So very early on, the colors were orange and black, and the mascot was the Tigers. From 1924 to 1954, Cocoa High School remained on that Forest Avenue. The schools were incredibly full. The elementary school actually had to run split sessions. They had a group of students running in the morning and a group of students in the afternoon, and the high school students were pretty packed in as well. In 1954, the new campus in Rockledge opened, and that's the one many people are familiar with. And that opened as high school, as Cocoa High School at the time, and of course, still with the Cocoa Tigers and the orange and black. And this took us to the end of segregation and the desegregation acts in Cocoa as well as the rest of the country. And so we started seeing a change in the landscape of schools and, of course, the space race and some of the engineering that was coming to Brevard County. And in 1970, the campus that we now occupy on Tiger Trail, affectionately known as Tiger Trail, opened. It was a little late. The original plans were to open in 1969. But much like some of the challenges today, gas lines and power lines and things like that delayed it. And in 1970, the campus we know today is open. So if you're starting to do the math, what that means is this is the 100th year of Cocoa High. So we are very excited about that in our school community. I was waiting to announce that till I was done personally going through all the microfiche, because much of the information on the internet and even in some of the local books is inaccurate. And so when I started to see some contradictions, I thought, I'm going to make sure if I'm going to stand up and celebrate. And it is absolutely 100 years of Cocoa High School this year. And so we intend to celebrate a lot and often throughout the entire school year. So kind of wanted to let you guys know ahead of time. We'll be reaching out to you on things like bringing back a homecoming parade for the celebration of the 100-year anniversary. Lots of alumni activities throughout the year, and I may be calling about fireworks at graduation. But we're really excited. I'm especially personally excited because in reading the history of it, it was overwhelming that from its origins, this was a city of pride in its schools. Each one of the schools that was built through city leadership, of course, partnership with Brevard Public Schools, but really about providing the best for its students. I read numerous articles throughout the decades about city leadership fighting for it. I learned a lot about the history of Cocoa, which just made me even more proud to be a part of it in its school leadership. I learned about all the street names and read about all the people of their time. And it's a pretty impressive community that's been consistently dedicated to its schools. I've told each and every one of you many times that I feel more supported than I know any high school principal feels in this county. And certainly in reading the history of the support, that was only magnified. And so hopefully you'll be able to join us throughout the year in many of our celebrations. I will, of course, stay in constant contact. Mr. Takanich, thank you for letting me come tonight. And he and I already had some brief words about regular meetings throughout the year to not only celebrate 100 years of quality education, but to honor the past and look forward to building the future. Because there's a lot of things in our past that we should just be incredibly proud of in this city, and using that to anchor our future. There is not another town with a history and a community like Cocoa. Families that have been here for generations and generations. I know I'm preaching to the choir here in this community, but it's absolutely the strength of our school system. So I'm very proud to be the principal at Cocoa High School in our 100th year, and look forward to, after a year-long group of activities, having a huge community celebration in June. The school was actually completed, the original school, on July 12th, 1917. So sometime in the summer, I'd like to bring together decades of graduates for a huge community celebration, and want to, of course, continue to work with City on that. So wanted to include you in our excitement and hope to see you guys throughout the year. One more quick exciting announcement before I go on. Several years back, ESPN filmed a football game at Cocoa High, and right after it aired, I had great regrets on not discussing it with you guys ahead of time, because like on any other TV show, they show a lot of scenes from the city. And when I was watching the coverage, that I recorded, I thought, oh my gosh, what a beautiful homage to the city of Cocoa, because they filmed the water tower, the every different area. And we are again hosting a live ESPN game. And this is on Sunday, August 28th at 2 o'clock. And you'll be receiving from me some invitations to, if you'd like to come, or even just come for halftime, or just be a part of the celebration, because certainly national coverage for the city of Cocoa is great for all of us, the school and the city as well. And so I've been thinking about that ever since the last game, and when I found out we were hosting ESPN again, I wanted to make sure to share it with you. And it'll, of course, be aired live all over the entire country. And I'm certain they'll come and film parts of the city as well. And finally, one more quick update. You may have read in the paper or seen some coverage on the partnership we had with YMCA this year, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. YMCA wrote a grant with the state to support a robust after-school and summer program at Cocoa High School, and this was a program that was offered to our students free of charge, that gave them comprehensive activities after school each and every day. And we had about 85 students in summer camp between grades 6 and 9 in this full-time free program that was focused on everything from fun social activities and athletics to STEM activities, computer training. And we were able to work with all of our students in the community thanks to that partnership. And I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you as well, since that was a unique program. We were one of only 2 schools in the county that had that opportunity. So just wanted to keep you guys updated on some of the exciting things happening at Cocoa High. And of course, if you have any questions, please always reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very informational. Thank you for coming. You can do that. Yeah. Have a great night. Okay. Go to delegations. Lorraine Koss.
Councilman Furbis is on the line. Okay. He's back on the line.
He's back on the line. Heard it, yeah. Lorraine, how you doing?
Good. Good evening, Lorraine Koss, 2115 North Indian River Drive. Usually I'm here to talk with you about the Indian River Lagoon, but tonight I'm going to share another passion. I'm hoping that Team Cocoa will come on board, and Cocoa will become a leader in solar power throughout the Space Coast. I'm working with a nonprofit organization called Florida Sun. It's Solar United Neighborhoods. The idea is to form residents, form co-ops, they get group purchasing power, and we bring solar on en masse. There are a lot of changes taking place, and including this election, August 30th, there's Amendment 4 that we all want to vote yes for. I'll give you more details on that later. But I'm also working with the League of Women Voters to organize an educational event on August 24th that is going to be hosted by the Florida Solar Energy Center. And we're going to be talking about the PACE, which is Property Assessed Clean Energy, bringing that to Brevard County, a strategy to do that, as well as forming these solar co-ops. So there's a lot going on in solar. I don't know how much research has been done at the city level. I know John was just giving me the nod, but the Department of Energy, the Sunshot Initiative, there's a lot of opportunity to bring solar to low-income households as well. They recently, just last week, signed a deal, FHA and HUD, to make the PACE more available. So I'm hoping to talk with you more about that in the future.
All right.
Thanks. I'll be sending you invitations to the August 24th event.
Thanks,
Okay.
Lorraine.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Ruth Collins. Ruth, how you doing?
Just fine. Hello, Councilman, Councilwoman. I'm glad
Hello.
to be here tonight. By now, you know who I am. I'm Ruth Collins, and I reside at 742 Bernard Street. I was just here 2 weeks ago, but I have a smile on my face tonight. I thank the Code Enforcement Board and my council representative, Mike Blake, for getting out, cleaning up that neighborhood. My husband said today, "Look, Ruth, it's cleaned up." I said, "Thank you, I'm going to council meeting." But thank you so very much. You did a beautiful job. I wanted to go there and take a picture so I could show you with me posing in the place.
Oh, homecoming queen, all right.
Thank you.
All right, Ruth.
Team Cocoa, man, Team Cocoa.
Grassroots, right. Thank you, Ruth. Okay, we're gonna move on to consent.
Motion
So moved.
approved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay, next item is first public hearing, ordinance number 13-2016, ordinance of the City Council of the City of Cocoa, Brevard County, Florida, amending Chapter 2 Administration, Article 7 Police Officers Retirement Plan of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Cocoa by amending Section 2-191 Definitions, amending Section 2-194 Finances and Fund Management, amending Section 2-198 Disability, amending Section 2-200 Optional Forms of Benefits, amending Section 2-205 Maximum Pension, amending Section 2-206 Minimum Distribution of Benefits, amending Section 2-217 Prior Police Service, amending Section 2-218 Deferred Retirement Option Plan, providing for codification, providing for severability of provisions, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date. This is second and final reading of this ordinance, also a public hearing item. And there have been no changes since first reading. Mayor.
Okay, I'm gonna close this to the council, bring it to the public. Would anybody like to speak on this ordinance? This public ordinance? Okay, I'm gonna close it to the audience and bring it back to council.
Motion to approve.
Hang on.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Very good. Thank you, Anthony. Super attorney. Okay. Steve?
Yeah.
Be number 1, council business.
No,
Oh, you know what? That
Yeah.
my text is wrong. Sorry.
Yeah,
Number 2 is
the printed agenda has a mixed up.
yeah. That's right.
So it does?
So we go 2,
Yeah.
1. That's going to be Tammy.
Okay. This is to consider the donation application for the organization of My Community Cares Incorporated and the project The Spot. This agenda item is to request funds from the council's donation dollars. It's from Mr. Jarvis Wash, the executive director for My Community Cares, that each council member has available $750 on an annual basis for the purpose of this, of donation applications. To meet the requested donation amount, $200 can be allocated for each council member's allotment, which would leave each of you $350.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Go forward. Invest in the community.
Jarvis, you here?
Yes, he's right there.
Thanks, man.
That
Probably
recommendation
thank you.
Consistent with the
Pretty
staff
good.
recommendation and the condition.
If you want to say something, come on up. It's okay.
Is that what,
Take a minute.
did you say the recommendation of
Yeah.
staff?
It's important.
Oh,
Take like 30 seconds.
sorry.
Yeah.
I got Bible study at 7 first. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for
Yes, sir.
getting me up before 7. And thank you for your investment in the kids in Cocoa and all that you're doing. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Go ahead. Bring it in, John. Nice haircut, by the way.
Let me go ahead.
Okay.
I just-
It was just to clarify.
I just want to clarify, part of the agenda item was staff's recommendation. If city council approves the donation request, that it be conditioned that the proceeds of the contribution be used for purposes other than prizes to tournament team participants.
Yeah. Was that council's understanding, just so
Yes.
we're aware? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. Steve?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is a request for a lien forgiveness for property located at 1056 Mitchell Street. This item came to council previously last month, and it was requested at that time by council that it be tabled to this meeting to get some additional information on work that was being done on the property, any permits regarding the property. What we did find was the owner had begun doing some exterior electrical work on the property, and he did apply for a permit on July 7th by the electrical contractor. He did apply for a building permit to replace the exterior meter box in the electrical service. The permit was issued on July 11th of 2016, and there was a final inspection conducted that same day by the building inspector. So that is the only work that we were able to identify. We are not able to gain access to the interior to see what work may or may not have been done. So any work that was identified on the outside, we were able to do that, and code did identify the work that was done on the exterior of the property. And as I said, a building permit was issued for that, and a final inspection was also conducted for that property. As far as any other work, and I understand there is a letter from Mr. St. Clair regarding other work that had been conducted in the interior. Unfortunately, we are not able to gain access to a property, as he may be able to gain access, to determine whether or not work had been done on the interior of the property. We are not able to just go into somebody's house and conduct an inspection that way. So we have no way of knowing what may or may not have been done on the inside of any home without them letting us in. So from our standpoint, the only work that was being done that we were aware was the electrical work on the exterior. Again, as I stated, the permit was issued for that work. The owner did come in today, and he did apply for, and he actually did receive his business tax receipt for the residential rental, and so he's registered for that program as well. And regarding the recommended reduction, previously the recommendation was $500. Based on some additional analysis and some information we've gathered, we are revising our recommendation based on a couple of things. One of those being the fact that the violation did run under the current owner for some time, for 355 days, in fact, for a total of $35,500. Additionally, since last meeting, staff has been undertaking an analysis of the cost to process a code case, basically from beginning to end. So from the time that a case is generated, all the way to the time that it goes to, becomes a lien. We have the lien reduction request. It goes to the Code Enforcement Board, ultimately to council for its final action. We documented all staff time as best we could, at least on average, staff time to process a code case. What we found was, on average, is about $700 to process a code case for all the staff's time involved and all of the hard costs, mailings, paperwork, and so forth. So on average, it's about $700. So based on that, we revised our recommendation to reduce the lien to $2,500. So that would be $700 to recoup our hard costs, to process to process basically the entire code case, and also to pay $1,800 basically in fines, based on the fact that the lien did run for 355 days while the current owner had the property. So that is our recommendation at this time. I'd have to be happy to answer any questions.
Ms. Warner?
Yes, Steve, you said he came in and applied for a business tax receipt. Don't we have an inspection program under that?
We do, and he did receive his and we are communicating with him and scheduling that inspection.
Okay.
So we will be conducting that inspection, hopefully as soon as possible.
Okay, and if you find at that time that there's been work done that had required a permit, do we have a process for working on that?
Yes, absolutely. Then he would be cited at that time, and his residential rental would be suspended at that time until he cured the violation, if there were one.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mr. City Manager?
Well, one, thank you, Councilwoman Warner, because it's a question I was going to ask, just so the public would be aware that there was going to be an inspection. And I just would like to expand on that. The inspection, one, I know there's been some comments related to the email received regarding plumbing. It's very difficult without the city being able to pull off a wall and see if lines are changed out. I mean, because somebody can come in and change plumbing fixtures without a permit. You know, they can do that without a permit. So it'll be a challenge. So the inspection will ensure that's going to be conducted related to the residential rental program will be ensure that the house is suitable and habitable for occupancy, and that there's no major violations, you know, in terms of the code that would present a public safety issue to anybody seeking to rent the house.
Okay.
Which is my concern,
Yeah.
that it be,
Electrical, all the major stuff, and
that it be safe for anybody who's going to pay rent there. We've gone through that too many times.
Too many times, yeah. It was easier
So
to...
we're looking for $2,500, right?
That's the
I'll make a
recommendation.
motion that we accept or charge him $2,500 towards the lien with 1056 Mitchell Street.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. That's good. Mr. City Manager?
I just, Steve had mentioned about almost $700 accounted for, at least calculated, related to what it costs the city taxpayers to handle a case that has, I think it's important, in that, one, he presented it to the code board, and they were very appreciative of it, but that $700, or it's actually just under $702, that represents somebody that has, one, been contacted about a potential violation, given reasonable time to cure the violation, have been then subsequently received a notice of violation because they didn't cure it, and it got all the way to the process where it went before the code board. The code board subsequently gives them time to cure the violation, and then they don't cure the violation, and then a fine is placed, and then subsequently a lien. So, first and foremost, the city's philosophy has always been, voluntary compliance, to achieve voluntary compliance with code enforcement, because we have standards set in the codes, so to try to prevent, the further spread of slum and blight and unsafe living conditions and working conditions. So when people think that number, like, wow, that's pretty heavy, but that is somebody that didn't voluntarily comply with the code enforcement process when they had ample opportunity and time, not just before they went to a case. It actually generated a case and got prosecuted before the code board and then went on for an extended period of time. I just want to clarify that for the public and for council, and want to thank the Community Services Department for their efforts in determining and calculating what the actual cost is to the taxpayers, because we don't believe the taxpayers should be subsidizing somebody's code enforcement violation.
Exactly. Thank you, John.
Okay, yep, very good. Thank you. Go to Terry?
This is just asking council to approve the distribution of the 2015 Popular Annual Financial Report, or the PAFR. I'd just like to add that the PAFR is an audited document. However, all the information is derived from the audited CAFR.
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you, Terry. That's a great, easy to read and understand document.
Yep, thank you.
Here we go.
Wow.
Miss Melissa.
Good.
All right.
Okay, so we're coming up number 4. Mr.
Yes.
City Manager, you're on.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of council, if you recall, we had a Cocoa resident who had established and worked with the city, but she also in the process established a chapter, Represent Us, which is a citizen advocacy group calling for campaign finance, I guess public official activities related to public official in terms of influence and corruption, and asking the city council to consider adopting a resolution expressing its support and declaring, its position as it relates to these issues. So with that in mind, the city attorney worked on, took the documents that they presented, Ms. Martin, and worked on a resolution in coordination, largely with Matt Fuhrer, our Assistant City Manager. And you will find in the agenda item how the resolution touches between the city strategic plan, the existing rules and procedures adopted by council and its resolution, the financial ops manual, as well as the charter, and also the relevant and requisite sections that are embodied and contained in the Florida statutes, as it relates to ethics and sunshine, government in the sunshine, and those. So you have it before you, and I know there's a number of members, to include Ms. Martin, here to discuss it. The recommended motion is to approve a resolution proclaiming the city's ongoing support for strong and comprehensive public anti-corruption laws. Staff will return it to council.
So move.
Let's have Miss
Melissa?
Miss Martin come on up. Come on up.
Okay.
You want to bring your team or no?
Oh, that'd be all right.
Yeah,
Call them up.
come on up.
Sea of yellow.
Norm's here.
Norm is very kind.
Yep.
I'm very blessed to have such a great team, and this is only a portion of that team. A lot of people weren't able to make it, and we have members from up and down the very long county. So thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I guess for the record, Melissa Martin, Cocoa resident. On behalf of the local chapter of Represent Us, it's a national nonpartisan anti-corruption movement. I'm here to speak to you fine people, the city council members, and also the members of the Space Coast community at large, if you don't mind.
And higher.
Say, yeah, even more, yes.
I got you, man.
Roger.
Yep.
I believe in the American dream. That's why I'm here. I believe in a world where my children can safely swim in the ocean, go fishing in the lagoon, or drink water without fear that toxins or pathogens are going to hurt or even kill them. This is America. I thought this dream was realized, but if you look around, it just isn't anymore. And by that, I'm referring to the recent onslaught of social media images and articles and news reports that are coming out affecting our precious estuary right now, and so on. There is a long list of causes that have grown in grassroots activism lately. Justified anger is manifesting in all aspects of our lives on matters where we trusted the government to look out for us. Our food, our water, our drugs, our energy, the environment, justice, you name it. The underlying problem creating these issues is, of course, corruption. Specifically, a widespread degradation of processes that used to assure government integrity, that used to assure our protection in our best interests. Now, I don't blame big moneyed interests. I really don't. Their purpose is singular: make even more money. That's their job. That's their nature, and that's great, because that is, too, part of the American dream. When, however, corporate greed decides to manipulate our representatives, decides to stomp on our basic rights to health, safety, and a decent quality of life for their profit, well, there has to be a reckoning. Government's job is simply to maintain a mutually beneficial balance between public and private interests. And right now, it's all out of whack, at least from where I'm standing. To summarize how we got here, uncontrolled campaign contributions currently staked claim over our legislatures, who then pass donor-friendly laws and loopholes. And revolving door practices ensure regulators are also real friendly to those they are tasked to regulate. A fox guarding the hen house. Right now, there is a big bumpin' fox party with the hens huddled in the corner, not knowing what in the world to do. And, well, I'm here tonight to say that the hens are getting organized and simply refuse to take it anymore. By your resolution, the city of Cocoa is helping to further the momentum of actions that will be spreading across the county and the state of Florida, and soon our nation. Like I said before, I represent the Space Coast as one of many chapters throughout the United States that are currently working on exactly the same purpose. And for that, I thank you deeply. We thank you.
Sorry it took so long.
That's all right. It will be a long journey. One of our chapter members just said today, why do we even have representatives if we have to work full-time to watch them? She has better things to do. I have better things to do. We all just need sufficient processes in place so we can go back living our lives.
That's right.
We didn't really intend to, I don't think any of us really intended to do this for a living or, or just really to take up our retirement time or anything. But we're compelled to action. We can't.
30 seconds.
Thank you. We will succeed if we work together now. I hope you and other members of the Space Coast community will join me in determining how and where we can strengthen these processes. There's plenty of work to do, and these fine people behind me are just a part of that movement to make it happen. So with that, do I have any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Short and sweet.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the Space Coast League of Cities?
I am.
Have you ever spoke before them before?
No, but I would love the chance.
There you go. Michael,
Did you have it in?
Rock on.
Between myself and Councilwoman of the Year Award, Brenda Warner.
Advanced.
Yes, advanced.
Councilwoman.
But I admire you for preservation of our environment,
Right.
our community,
Yes.
our daily lives, because you are the seed of America.
Yep.
And you're going to do this passing of the baton of the up-and-coming generation. That's the kids that were in the audience.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That is a prime example.
Yep.
So I really admire you all for taking the initiative.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
And making forth,
Making our back.
putting forth an effort. You gonna let me finish that, Pepe?
No.
I can see that. But anyway, thank you very much. Job well done, my good and faithful servant.
Thank you, sir.
Job well done.
Melissa, great job. Theodore Roosevelt said it in a different way, but really the same thing. about 100 years ago, a little over 100 years ago. Probably the last 20 years, we've seen an organized effort of corporate bullies coming in and really manhandling our legislators. You know, and as you and I spoke, legislators that serve for a lot of terms, you know, you look at their net worth when they go in, they're worth 100 grand, then they come out worth 3 million or
Many
30
millions,
million,
right.
and they're not subject to the same laws and that we are. I mean, it's wrong. It's all wrong. That's one reason I'm involved, is hopefully I can help push the button to change it, go back the other way. And you have a great group here. Keep going. Push hard. Please go to the League of Cities. I mean, we're with you. I mean, hopefully this helps you. And Cocoa is a leader. And this is cutting-edge stuff. And we have the guts, all of us, to, you know, recognize corruption and to hopefully stop it at our level. But like we said, the state level and national levels, it's an epidemic. And it's killing us.
It is, literally.
Right?
Yes, it is.
I'll say it. So,
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Warner. Yeah.
Just two things. First of all, I would like to thank Melissa for giving us the opportunity to go first, even if it did take a little while. And secondly, like Henry said earlier, everything starts at the local level.
Absolutely.
You look at a lot of our state legislators, a lot of our members of Congress have come from local government.
Yeah, we're
It
sending
starts
up good
here.
people.
Somewhere between here and Washington, they forget what they've learned here.
Yeah.
The best government is the government that's closest to the people,
Yep.
and that's your local city councils and school boards and stuff.
County.
So we appreciate you giving us the opportunity to be the first. Be happy to advocate for you guys at the League of Cities, because other cities don't like to see one city do something that they don't get to do. So I'm sure you'll be successful. Might be a couple of holdouts, but
At the League of
we won't
Cities,
mention any names.
You're going to have so many nodding heads
Yes.
as you're speaking.
Yes.
It's
So-
going to be good.
So, yes, we will make sure you get to move forward and get other Brevard cities involved. And maybe at some point, we'll get to travel with you around the state, making sure that the state of Florida changes the reputation that we now have when it comes to government. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Mr. City Manager.
I just want to thank Melissa for her guidance and her understanding, her patience, and her perseverance throughout this process. While there was many, priority items, both on the city attorneys and my agenda, she was very patient and understanding, and we appreciate all the information that you provided. It certainly helped guide. I know the city attorney, assistant city attorney, my review of this resolution, and we hope you have a resolution that you can take to other communities and work with them. So thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a great product. I appreciate everyone's hard work on it. Thank you.
Thanks for
So we too will get a US button as well?
You betcha.
All right.
Absolutely.
Green
Right
eggs and
after
ham.
this is over.
That's
Yes.
what I am.
Thank you very much, Lee.
Thank you. Job well done.
Rob, thank you.
Job well I have made a motion, Mr. Mayor.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye. You all are.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming, you all.
Heck, yeah. Okay. So we got, Ed?
Yes, sir. City business, item 1, requesting council to approve entering into a cooperative agreement with Asphalt Recycling, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $200,000. This will be utilizing the City of Orlando bid IFB 12-0022 for full depth reclamation of Fisk Boulevard. That'll extend from Highland to Dixon. Also, to approve a resolution amending the 2016 budget.
Motion to approve.
Second. Go ahead. That's
Okay.
fine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Likewise, the next item is related to the first. This is, the first item was to do the asphalt recycling. I don't think anybody would enjoy driving on recycled concrete, so we want to pave the road back. So this is the second part. We'll be entering into a cooperative agreement with Goodson Paving, utilizing Brevard County bid B4-15-57 in the amount not to exceed $200,000 for paving and striping of Fisk Boulevard from Highland to Dixon. And we also are requesting approval of a resolution to amend the 2016 budget.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thanks, Ed.
Great job.
Okay, Chief Keller?
Yes, Mayor. Asking council to approve a multi-year contract between the School Board of Brevard County and the City of Cocoa for the renewal of the school resource officer for the 2016-2017 school years, August 10th, 2016 through May 26th, 2017, and authorize the city manager and the city attorney to finalize and execute the contract with the school board.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Good. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Okay, Ed, you're back up.
This is probably one of the longest and most complicated agenda items that's been done. I'd like to thank Charlene Neuterman, who's in the audience, for helping put it together. Also, it wasn't just Public Works, it was Finance and everybody that had a little piece of it. Utilities, this is a multi-phase project, taking funds from different sources to get this project done. It's a $3.3 million project, so we're asking council to approve a multi-year bid award to, for bid number B16-10-COC, the Florida Avenue Streetscape Project. We're awarding the bid to DP Development of the Space Coast of the Treasure Coast LLC of Cocoa in Pompano Beach, Florida, to approve as a multi-year, multi-phase contract from FY 2016 through 2017, pending approval of the FY 2017 budget, to execute task order 2016-01 for construction, engineering, and inspection services to Quentin L. Hampton, and to approve a resolution to authorize city manager to approve change orders on the DP development purchase orders, stormwater and utilities portion, and to approve a resolution amending the FY 2016 budget. Are there any questions?
Yeah, that's the one we approved at the TPO board, correct?
This is
the
for-
project
This is
that
for
was
Florida
approved through
Avenue.
DOT, right?
Yes, this is Florida Avenue, and this is funded $900,000 from a LAP project that council has
Right, that's
previously
one that we
approved.
approved at the DOT for this, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's all,
Council has approved that part of it.
Thank you. Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
I love it.
Ed, thank you. Very good.
Thank you. That's
Thank you, Ms. Newton. Thank you.
another project starting that will be very visible to the city.
We're gonna, how long will it take? About 8 months?
The dirt will actually start turning next fiscal year, and it'll take about 8 or 9 months.
Okay, yeah.
8 or 9 months? 240 days?
Plus rain days.
Yeah.
We learned that from US One.
Can we coach you on that?
Okay, thank you. Yep.
So it'll
We're
be
excited, though. We're very
a long
excited.
project.
But our staff did manage the US 1 project,
Yep. No, I'm sorry.
and we've got much.
Good point. Sorry, yeah. We had fun with this up here. But when we were at the Peachtree project, we were pretty
Right.
fired up about it, so. All right,
DP Development also completed the Peachtree project, so
yeah.
they'll just slide from one
That's right,
project to
yeah.
another. So
Yep.
we're very excited to get this kicked off. So
Yeah.
thank you.
We didn't have to worry about a traffic circle there, right, Ed?
I don't know, we might try to slip one in.
Don't get that started again.
Rocco's just having a good time with that now. All right, thank you very much. We're excited, so.
Trust me, my dad's telling me I'm getting an earlobe of it.
I feel bad that I'm the only person who likes traffic circles.
I like.
I love them.
Yeah, but
No, the one that's
Yeah.
proposed to be put in down here is a large one, and it doesn't have a lot of outlets, so it's safe.
I have spent the last 3 weeks
a very
dealing
good-
with traffic circles every single day.
Right, I know you have,
And
that's
if the
right.
people in Georgia can manage a traffic circle, so can the people in Florida.
Ooh, well.
Calling them out.
They're everywhere up
Let
there.
the games begin.
Yes.
Springer Show.
Yeah, that Cadillac, that cowboy
Through
Cadillac.
chair and Jerry Springer Show.
All right, Ed, thanks. So we're going to Jack.
Yes, sir. Item number 5, to approve task order 2016-75 with CH2M Hill for utility privatization services for the potable water. To approve task order 2016-40 with CDM Smith for privatization services for the wastewater, and to approve resolution waiving the competitive bid process for purpose of making a sole source purchase for the modeling and financial assistance services for privatization services with Burton and Associates, also known as Hawksley, St. Augustine, Florida, project number WS17AF, to approve as a multi-year services from 2016 to 2017, pending the FY 2017 budget, to approve a resolution amending the 2016 budget, and to approve a resolution authorizing the city manager to approve change orders in an amount not to exceed $283,806, approximately 18.5%. This is some of the work. I think we talked about this a month or two ago when we were together. We put together a team, obviously, with CH2M Hill on the water side, CDM Smith on the wastewater side, and if you're familiar with Burton and Associates, they're into our financial planning on both the general fund as well as utility work. We do that work through a waiving of the competitive bid. They have proprietary knowledge of our system. We are putting together this team in anticipation of the release of an RFQ from the federal government. Its latest information we have right now is first quarter of 17. But we'd like to get the services in place. There's certain things that we can be doing right now, kind of get ahead of the game a little bit. And so we're in front of you tonight to ask permission to do that, to make some transfers with the budget, and also to get it approved as a multi-year effort, because obviously it won't be done by the close of this fiscal year. I'm here to answer any more questions. It's a fairly lengthy agenda.
No, it's good. Good.
Great job.
Yeah,
Good
great
job.
move. Yeah, we're the best candidates, so.
Yeah.
Okay, got a motion?
Mayor, yeah, we got a
Second.
discussion, sir.
Just remind council, this is the item that was brought before the utilities workshop that we had with you all.
Yes.
And at that time, it's, Jack indicates in his agenda item, there was a kind of business case analysis that was performed by Burton, which really looked at whether or not this would align with our business and needs. Did it make sense for us? Could we do it in a way to financially protect or benefit the existing ratepayers in the city? Whether we had the capacity, then secondly, how competitive we would be. That analysis came back that suggested that we should move forward. Now, as in individual conversations with you, several of you, a couple of you have asked, well, at what point do we know? And the reality is, by doing what we're doing now, when, by the time the bid comes out, we'll be in a better position to know where we fully understand where we are. But make no mistake, you're approving, I just want to be clear, this is a competitive bid that the city's pursuing to assume the private, to be the private party entity to handle the facilities take over the facilities at Patrick Air Force Base, and we'll be competing against other, private entities more than likely. And so it's, there's some risk with that. You got $1.2 million, but at the end of the day, it's like about it is a 50-year contract that could yield, benefits to the existing ratepayers as well as to the city.
That's it, sir. I support this wholeheartly.
Okay, we have a motion and a second?
Yes, sir.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, good. All right, Jack, thank you. Very good. John? Okay. Assistant City Manager?
Item 6 is to approve a multi-year agreement with Denali Construction Corporation of Florida Incorporated to install fiber optic cable under the terms and conditions of the City of Palm Coast RFP IT 13-01 in the amount of $164,505.75 pending fiscal year 2017 budget approval, to approve a resolution to adjust the FY 2016 budget. This item is to essentially create a redundant data network in the city. Currently, we have fiber optic connection going from City Hall to our other city facilities, to include water field operations, public works, and the police department. The main data center at the City Hall contains the majority of our storage, with the backup being at water field operations. So there's a large amount of data that's transferred between the two. And this will essentially be a second line coming from the police department down Stone Street all the way back to City Hall. And what that does is very similar to our water system. If we don't have a redundant line, if it's cut, we lose that connectivity. We did look at wireless options, but due to the amount of data transfer involved with data storage and backup, it would not be sufficient. And so this item also will benefit us as we look to the future of the Dr. Jolie Smith Center, as we will have high-speed internet connectivity to that facility as well.
Great.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Lady Hayes.
It is Brenda, okay.
I have a question, Mr. Mayor, real quick question.
Go ahead.
If I could digress just a little bit, about, say, 7 to maybe 10 months ago, when you would call into City Hall, you would get a lot of that, yes, you guys know what I'm talking about, that delay, yes. So will this additional lines assure us that that episode would never, ever happen again?
Wow, that's a big one. Never, ever.
You asked the question.
Can I get an answer? Excuse me, guys, got me laughing.
The data connection for our phone system isn't on the city's network. It's a third-party provider, and in that instance, when we did lose the connectivity, there was a line cut further in South Florida that impacted a large area. We've since made some adjustments where we can use some alternative lines further downstream to mitigate that. This addition will prevent, a data connection loss such as what we had during the US 1 construction. They hit our fiber optic line, and we lost connection to our other facilities. We're able to get it back online pretty quick, but having a redundant line will, lessen the chance of that happening.
Okay, so this is just like an additional line to safety matter, But, okay, I'm in favor. No, I just want to make sure, because, okay, you all know. Thank you.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Very good. All right, Chief Gallup?
Thank you, Mayor. Ask council to approve a multi-year interlocal agreement between the City of Cocoa and the City of Rockledge for school crossing guard services for the school year commencing August 10th, 2016, and ending May 26, 2017.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, I got a question. Does this agreement also include, like, when the kids are crossing 520 right now, 520 and Blake Avenue?
No, sir.
Is that separate?
It's separate.
Yeah, it is.
We provide that service.
Okay, are we still going to provide that service?
Yes, sir.
Super fantastic.
And in the upcoming budget, the other item that we do is we have a multi-year agreement to provide bus service for Emma Jewell charters, so none of the students, we augment their funds to provide a double run to deliver their students and bring them to the school and take them home.
Good point. I support that. Thank you, sir. Great job, Chief Cantaloupe, sir.
Yeah, great job. All right, anybody in the audience from an advisory board or a committee that would like to speak? Where's Cat Man?
Where's the blonde bomber?
Yeah, it's right there. Okay, city administration. Carrie, you want to say anything?
I have no reports.
What? Amy? What?
No report, sir.
Okay. Yep. Steve?
No report.
Yeah, you're gonna kill me.
Okay. That's good. Chief Prince?
No report, sir.
Chief Cantaloupe?
I just want to remind everybody, this Friday night, there's a family fun night. It'll be in a large field on Temple Street behind the Harry T. Moore Center. It starts at 6, and it's going to run till about 8:30. We'll have hot dogs, snow cones, popcorn, bounce houses for the kids, and hopefully some DJ music. So come out and join us.
I love bounce houses, sir. I don't know if y'all saw that picture, but I was at Juneteenth. Yeah, I was trying to get the mayor to join me, man.
That was a good bounce house.
Durable bounce house. I can guarantee you that house will not, catch the wind or burst the wind and fly away. Not with me in it. I can guarantee it. Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's pretty good.
I'm
going. So
That's good. That's good.
thanks, Terry.
No report.
Ed,
No report, sir.
US One's making headway. They're doing pretty good.
They're still saying August. I'm not thinking mid-August, but maybe late August.
I said August, man, when they said July.
Well, I got staff mad at me tonight. Everybody else, but because of the DOT thing. But we'll see. We'll see. It's getting close.
DOT's a good partner. I mean, they're
Yeah, they're a great-
contracted
DOT's
it
a
out,
great partner.
I mean,
Yeah.
fairness, but it has taken,
Yeah.
well, it's a couple hundred days between friends.
Oh, John,
Just a couple.
they're doing a lot with it.
100.
Anything else, Ed?
223
No,
No, sir.
okay. All right. Super Attorney Garganese?
I'll be attending the annual city attorney conference later this week for several days. That's my report.
Okay.
Bonita Springs,
Yeah.
long drive.
Yeah, that's a long drive. Okay.
How long?
Assistant City Manager?
No report.
I'm still hearing about the boat removal. A great job.
I hear about it every day.
Every day, that's right.
It's not just about the removals, it's about what's out there still.
Absolutely,
Well,
brother.
that's the focus now, because we're going to lose some boats out there.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah. It never ends, right? Mr. City Manager?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I have more than a couple items, so I'll just.
Okay.
Last Monday, I did have the opportunity to attend, and while to talk with the Diamond Square community. I know in our budget priorities, there's a discussion related to the support, and we met and discussed their budget challenges and their needs, and they also did approve their tentative FY17 budget. So we'll incorporate some of those things as we present at the budget workshop. Just want to mention the cost for the code case. That meeting, attending that with staff. Remind council that on August 4th and the community, August 4th at 5:30, we have our budget workshop where we'll present the budget. You all have the budget. If any of you would like, to have individual meetings before, typically I know after, but if you want to meet before, let me know. We'll work and kind of meet with you beforehand. We're working on the presentation. Next meeting for City Council has been canceled. It's August 9th. On that day, however, the staff and the consultants will be providing a community update as it relates to the future of the fire service and the realignment, replacement of our existing stations to more effectively cover our community. And that workshop, that community meeting will happen Tuesday, August 9th at 6 p.m. It would be related to at the Dr. Jolie Smith Center, located in District 1. We've had multiple presentations. This is just a continuation of those presentations. Did have the opportunity to do the presentation on the fire stations, as well as discuss other issues important to the community, and was very grateful for Pastor Bryant's opening up the doors and allowing staff and the community to talk and discuss and listen to each other on a couple issues, fire stations, Stone Street, as well as the future of the consent decree, as well as where we stand today and what's happened in the past and what's the future. So I want to thank all the members of the Ministerial Alliance that attended that meeting, and I appreciate their candor and their feedback. And it's nice to know that we can have discussions and listen to one another and not block each other out. And that's really important. At the stage, since we won't have a meeting on the 9th, bring up that on August 16th we have the District 2 Town Hall meeting. At that meeting, we will also be, as we've done with every other town hall meeting, presenting on the fire station as well. I know it's a week later, but it's an area further north. So just want to bring that up and then remind everybody the next council meeting is on August 23rd. With that, the last thing is based on delegations, we'll reach out to Ms. Koss, as it relates to, have some information, have a file in my office about the PACE and some other solar opportunities, and we're very fortunate we have the Florida Solar Energy Consortium located right here in Cocoa. So we'll reach out to Ms. Cost to see what opportunities may exist for us to, to take advantage of, as well as to, that would benefit the community. And with that, thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, John. Mr. Blake?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. Just to piggyback off.
There was one more thing. I apologize. It's the thing, go ahead. Yeah, you ready? Go ahead. So I just want to take this time, I know it's been a while, and everybody look at me for what, everybody look at me, look at me. Can we get IT to, I know they need to shut the projector off, and I would like essentially to, if they could shut the projector off, IT, it's going, I would like the council to turn around and look at the wall.
New logo, yeah!
Woo! Thank you, Public Works.
Branding, right, sir?
There you go. And you will start seeing the replacement and the affixing of new decals. We are scrapping the 1,700 decals, or writing them off, and we're going to start, it's out there, so we need to roll it out.
Great.
So,
Hey,
That's great.
that's awesome. Sir, with the Cocoa High Football Stadium and Dr. Sullivan saying the celebration of the centennial, booyah. Be nice to have our logo there, since we bought and paid for it.
we'll work with them.
Yes, sir. Something to think about. Great job.
Hope you like it.
No, I don't like it. I love it, sir. I love it.
That's great.
That is.
Beautiful.
It's a little better than the
That's impressive.
previous one that was there.
Oh, yeah,
A lot
man.
better.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Thank you, Samantha, Public Works, everybody that worked on it, appreciate it.
Cocoa Orange, baby. Cocoa Orange.
Yeah, you get your shirt down.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bing.
We're gonna have to get an orange shirt.
Okay.
That's all right. That's good. I'll do it. Let's do orange.
Tonight, John will not receive the shovel. I hope not, Mr. Mayor.
No, he's
Okay,
You are.
he's safe.
He was
Okay.
brief.
We're gonna give it to you, Mike.
Okay, good. Then let me burn up all my time because I'm short and sweet to the point. As the city manager stated as well, our meeting at GPS Greater St. Paul Baptist Missionary Church, we had a productive meeting. The thing that I enjoyed about the meeting was clearly the diversity of the ministerial staff, and also the citizens participated too at the event. In order for us to make a sound decision, we must be well informed. And the city manager and staff did an excellent job, and I was thoroughly impressed. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, there is a sensitive issue in reference of the consent decree area. Also, will always protect the neighborhoods. But the other thing was about the Stone Street. My thing is I'm pro-development, and I think a lot of good can come from that corner with the closure of that shortness of Stone Street. I think we can be productive, and that area can enhance the Diamond Square area. So I think with great minds will come great actions, and through great actions will be positive productivity. So I commend you, Mr. City Manager and staff. Next, I had this opportunity on this past week to attend the Eli Executive Leadership Institute held at the Bill Posey Conference Center. The keynote speaker was Dr. Blackburn, Superintendent of Brevard County School Board System. This was sponsored by County Manager Stockton Whitten and his staff. They did a great job. They range from organizations throughout the county. So it was very productive, and we represented the city as well. Rashad Wilson was the newest recipient. You want to do it? You want me? Go ahead, man. It's always room at the
Two
top.
things related to public schools.
Go ahead, brother.
The school district approved at this last meeting, we attended, they approved the funding to match the cities, and actually, the item was initially tabled, or not tabled, but pulled from the consent, so there was a discussion on how they're going to handle for other communities, and there was a lot of kudos to COCO for stepping up and partnering with its schools. And yesterday, it was announced that Rashad Wilson, principal of Endeavor Elementary, is the Brevard Public School Principal of the Year.
So I stand to give him a round of applause. Yeah, man. That speaks volumes, man, right here. District number 2.
That's right.
That's right. So, see,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
I wrote it down too.
Don't worry about it, brother. You know, Team Coco. Ma'am? Yes, ma'am. We forgive him. Well, I'm, okay. Yes, ma'am.
He's converted.
That's right.
Yeah, he's converted.
Hey, his check has Coco written on it.
Mr. Mayor, there should be no comments from the audience.
But anyway, very proud of you, Rashad. I'm sure your mother is tickle pink, red, white, blue, crimson, cream, all the colors we can think of. Very proud for her, Ms. Alberta Wilson, to her son and family, the Wilson family. On that note, Mr. Mayor, that concludes my portion. Well, one other thing. Friday and Monday, this coming Friday and Monday, starting registration at Cocoa High School, the greatest high school in the world. And also, we're making preparations for that. There are going to be certain organizations giving out backpacks, so feel free to find out that information. Call myself or the mayor or the city manager. We have certain organizations that will be making major contributions, just like the chief said this coming Friday also too, sir. They're having a giveaway there as well. So come one, come all. To my tight buddies back in Brevard County, Tyler Furbish, welcome home, young man. Welcome home. Very proud of you returning back to Brevard County. And last but not least, buy local, spend local, keep it local. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Very good. Yep. Great report. Okay, here we go. Advanced Councilmember Warner. That's your new name.
Advanced council member.
Which high school did you graduate from, Advanced?
Cocoa High,
All
class of 75.
All right.
75.
Cuckoo for Cocoa, baby.
75.
It's all about cuckoo for Cocoa.
Yeah, I know. I'm, maybe with the exception of Don, I'm probably the senior member of the council, so yeah.
I like it.
Best looking one, ma'am.
Thank you
Best-
so much.
Oh, without any doubt, yeah.
Quite a difference from the last time I served on council when there was a majority of females up here, so.
Yeah.
I have been out of town, visiting with my daughter and getting to know my new son-in-law, which I feel very privileged to have been able to spend time with them. It's very important that you learn all you can about who your children marry. But while I was gone, I managed to miss several events, including Peachtree Street, which I apologize to Ed for, because I know how hard he and his staff worked on that. And we had some new officers sworn in. I missed an opportunity to meet them, so I'll have to drop by and visit when they're working. But I did spend some of my vacation time visiting a lot of small towns, towns that are very similar to Cocoa Village. Some of them much, much older than Cocoa Village, a lot of them pre-Civil War towns in central Georgia, and learned a lot. One thing that I did find that a lot of small towns and downtowns, they have a lot in common, including the types of businesses that generate to a downtown and the way people feel about them. I did actually find one downtown that has a great nightlife like Cocoa Village does, and, you know, has businesses that stay open and a lot of restaurants and things that bring people downtown and keep them downtown in the evening. One thing I found that they all have in common is something I've been advocating that we look into for a long, long time, and that is diagonal parking. Every single downtown that I visited in Georgia has diagonal parking in their downtown. Whether they have a town square or they're built along a railroad track, which is the only two types of old downtowns there are, they have diagonal parking. I found one downtown that had 6 parallel parking spaces.
They have challenges in being able to parallel park.
So do Florida residents. The reason they have diagonal parking is because it makes for more parking in their downtown than parallel parking does. So I think we have an opportunity to increase our parking, especially on Delanoy, if we look at doing some diagonal parking along Delanoy Avenue.
Just one side.
It also gives us an opportunity to allow the Porsche House to be better showcased because there'll be no cars parked in front of it for people to take pictures. We could, arrange the
Brenda.
parking. So when somebody's using the Porsche house, they.
What about Brevard Avenue? People drive right down the middle.
Mhm.
I think I'm one of them.
Mhm.
Because it's so close,
Mhm.
it's so packed, that it's scary that somebody's going to walk out. I mean, I think we should look at the whole thing.
Well, I think so
Okay.
too, but Brevard Avenue it's got its own challenges because of all the little outcroppings and stuff that we have. But I think we have people in this city on our staff that are qualified to at least look and see how many parking spaces we might be able to increase. It also tends to slow down traffic because people are aware that somebody might back out in front of them, so
That's
people
true.
don't tend to move as fast. So I would like to look into it. I did take a lot of photographs and talked to some developers and some real estate agents and, some people that are involved in redevelopment and got some ideas about some things they're using to bring businesses and things into their cities and especially into their downtowns, and a couple of other Main Street programs and stuff that are going on up there and some of the ideas that they're using. So that's how I spent my summer vacation. And I'm glad to be home. I will be traveling a little bit more for the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be back to stay. It's just too hot here. I had to go someplace where it's cooler. And that is the end of my report.
It's too hot here, so you go to Georgia.
Well,
It was
I
nice
love
and
Georgia,
cool up
but
there.
It's not that much cooler.
It
there.
was. There's no humidity. There's a nice breeze. It was actually, and you can walk outside at night and not get a mosquito bite. I was
Stone
really
Mountain.
impressed by that.
Stone Mountain.
I was in Douglasville,
Douglasville.
on the west side of
That's
Atlanta.
a beautiful area.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I didn't see a mosquito the whole time I was there.
I'm not even.
They're all here.
I'm not gonna touch
yeah, we could have shipped them down if you wanted some.
Brenda, Douglasville's on the
On the west side
west
of Atlanta.
yeah.
yeah.
That was Douglas.
Yeah, Henry, you have family
Well-
there too.
Oh, yeah.
Me?
Don?
Yeah.
You're up.
I went to
Yeah,
North
no.
Carolina, and I have to agree with her. My son lives in Forest City. They got a cute little downtown with parallel parking. And the roundabouts, they got 3 roundabouts. One goes one way, the other one. They even have an old drugstore there with a soda fountain. You sit there and you can order a beer. Not a soda fountain, you order a beer. It's a drugstore. But I mean, it was great visiting, and then I visited my great-grandson. We took him out and went to Mount Mitchell with 65 degrees. That felt good, because when we got home, it was 104.
Wow. Give me the heat, baby. Give me the heat.
It was warmer over there than it was here. I told my son, I'm visiting you to cool off, and it's warmer here than back home. That's pretty bad. I called him today, he said it was 106.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's all I have, I'm thanking God that we're here, that's it, and everything went well.
Yeah. Good.
That's all.
And thanks, Don. They're good.
Well,
Brenda liked that.
I went by Paris Island, they had the black flag flying.
You hear that, John? You went by Paris Island.
They had the black flag flying. That means it's just about. Remember?
Melissa? Miss Martin?
Miss Martin remembers. Black flag.
Yeah. Okay.
Touch that one.
Brenda, just to elaborate.
The Army
Again,
never
Brevard
stops.
Avenue, if you drive down it, like Mike's truck,
Mhm.
my truck,
Mhm.
John's new truck.
My truck.
Middle.
I mean, no,
I'm
yours
with
is,
you on that one, man.
it's hard to stay in a lane.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's dangerous. Somebody can walk.
I
Right
think if you had that, you can only do it on one side of the road.
I think we do need to look at the whole
Well,
situation.
and also if you're driving in a lane and somebody opens a car door,
Right.
No, that's,
trouble.
I've seen that. I've seen somebody hit a car. But you might eliminate one side, like have a wider center lane, but you got angle parking on one
Mhm.
side, you know what I mean? That's pretty good. Okay, again, Rashad Wilson, congratulations. His mother put his picture on Facebook and expected a lot of responses, and she got a lot of responses, and she was really happy about that. But congratulations, yeah. And again, we miss Tyler. Tyler, we miss you. So get better and come back.
He had to
Right
drop
back.
off midway through the meeting.
Yeah. Good. And Ed, I was going to ask you a question. The entry signs, or maybe John, is the DOT. Any idea when we're going to be able to put those in? Get okayed?
The big ones.
Good news.
Yeah, they're still being produced by the sign manufacturer, so as soon as they're done, we'll have them out. It'll
Okay.
Probably be
Yeah, we get
another
the
couple
FDOT
weeks.
nod.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they've been working on them.
2.5 years later.
They're cedar, they're custom, and there's not a high production item.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're custom.
Yeah, they're custom, they are. They're long-term stuff there.
Yes, sir.
Lasts a long time. Okay. And then the Cocoa, the bridge, that's still proceeding?
Yes, that's proceeding.
Yeah. John,
we got
you already got the wall here, that's good?
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Just, I guess in closing, I just want to say a couple of quick things. One is, when you sit here and you listen to all these projects they're going through, one thing we do, and a lot of cities do it, but probably not the same exact way, but a lot of our projects that we plan don't just happen. So, a lot of people ask me, like, what are you doing? And it's like trying to recite a book. Because really, at the end of the day, when we promote, and like we all promote up here, and we try to, come up with an idea or how to improve the city for the citizens, and we pass a project or whatever we're doing, and you get feedback from it, and it's usually pretty good because it's positive. But at the same time, you got to you want staff, you want the citizens to buy in, number one, but you want these things to happen. And so when they happen, that's one, and you got to pay for it, wherever it is. If it's reasonably paid for, you put it on the books, it's going. Like these signs. These signs, we worked on this for 2.5 years. I'm not mad at anybody or anything, but DOT took 2 years plus to okay the giant entry signs on our entries. So we want people to know when you drive in the city, we want people to know you're driving in the city limits of Cocoa because it's better. It's better to live in Cocoa than
right
where they're coming in from, north or south, right? Right. So these things just don't happen. So these projects and all these things we talk about and get excited about, they're not doing it to the city for the south of us much. They're not doing it to other places doing these kind of projects. But we put these things on pass them and get them going. And poor Ed's got to do a whole bunch. I worry about Ed doing too much. We lean on him hard.
I have good help.
I know you do. And we sub out a lot of it. And the city manager, takes care of a lot of things that, after it gets going. But my point is, we don't take this lightly. We appreciate staff and the citizens for letting us repair the town and make it the best town possible. I think everybody knows the potential of the city and where we're going and what we all are doing. But I ask again to talk positive of the city, and let's move in the future positively. And at the end of the day, we're going to end up with a very fine town with a lot of quality to it. And you're starting to hear it. All these little things we're doing, there's a lot of quality that's being restored to the city of Cocoa, the whole city, not just the downtown, the whole city. And we're very serious about this, all these road projects. There's a lot of detail in it, and that's what we're doing now. We'll be doing a lot of public projects if I come back in the next 4 years, and the city will never look the same. And Mr. Blake, I hope you agree with that.
Oh, absolutely. Moving in the right direction, man.
Right?
It all starts with leadership.
Teamwork. Yep.
Yep. Good. So
Every one of
Team
the
Cocoa.
directors, council,
yeah,
Super
community.
attorney.
and it's like tonight, and I'll close with this. It's like tonight when you have a student say, "I didn't realize it took this many people or this much stuff was going on in the city government to manage the city for the citizens." It is an enormous. 60% of the city manager's job is a utility. And Jack's the wonder worker that makes it all work. It's enormous what's happening here.
Team
But-
Cocoa.
Team Cocoa, that's right. So have a great night. I'm done.
Motion adjourned.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Hey, boy, you working that gavel pretty good, brother. Yeah. Coffee?